Morning, bright and sunny in Florida. In sunny Florida, coming to you from bright sunny Florida. Chronic pain, the inner demon. Coming to you this morning. A morning blog on my morning walk, right? Why not talk to you guys while I'm walking? I could be blogging sometimes. How's your neck of the woods? New York, what's going on? How is it? Is it still raining up there? You know, I'm from Jersey, grew up in New York part of my life. Born in Jamaica, grew up in New York and New Jersey. Then relocated to Florida. Yes, folks, chronic pain, the inner demon coming at you. As you see on the screen while I'm walking, I'm talking. As you see on the screen, folks. So take your time and come on in the chat room. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. Yeah. Are women today trying to emasculate their partner, their men, husband? Are women today? I have to ask this question because of the trend that I'm seeing. Nice palm tree on a sunny day in Florida, huh? There we go. Nice and bright and sunny. I have to ask the question because of the trend that I'm seeing. Are women emasculating their husband or their partners today? What's your thought on that, folks? Come on to the chat room. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. There is so many land in Florida, boy. You're going to see a whole bunch of land while I'm walking. I'll show you guys a whole bunch of land. Yeah, nice. Yes, folks. So are women, or at least are they trying to emasculate their men today? Because there's so much problem in our marriages or relationships. You know, so much. The fact that, you know, we have to raise the kids, go out and work, hustle to keep the family afloat. After the kids are out the house, or once the kids reach a certain age, then the men start getting emasculated or try to get emasculated by partners, by their wives. Maybe that type of pressure or that type of unwanted pressure that's put on the men is a big turnoff, especially for some men, for most men. Big turnoff. You know? Maybe that's why you see the divorce rates are so high, especially in the black community. Even also in the white community as well. As soon as the kids are off to college, lots of the relationships are over. That's when they're supposed to start living, right? Because you put your kids through, you know, preschool, middle school, high school, gone off to college. That's what we work hard for as parents. So why the emasculinity after a while, like the man is not needed anymore? That he's not needed, not warranted, not wanted, get treated disrespectfully. Not the same type of treatment, not the same type of approach. Why is that? The chronic pain in marriage, the chronic pain in a relationship. So, that's the question, man. That's the question. Are women trying to emasculate their men today? You know, y'all can chime in. Y'all can chime in, man, for real. You know, chime in. Speak your piece, you know what I mean? Speak your piece respectfully. But yeah, the climate that we're living in right now is very high with, mental health, stress, people coming out of COVID, even though we're still, you know, getting through that, still trying to stay away from the monkeypox and everything. Just the stress today of living and also the cost of living. And then the household stress, the emasculinity, that's just like, right there, that's just where pretty much, the cup is overflown, you know what I mean? You gotta make decisions. Time to make decisions. Hey, how are you?
Hey, good morning.
All right, good morning. Time to make decisions. If you want to stay or you want to get out. Because that's when the arguments get more and more and more and more. And it's time for someone to go. Because, if a man is not trying to fall prey to what the woman is trying to do, which is emasculate them, then it becomes a tug of war. It starts to become a competition in the house. Yeah, that's another part. First when you get together, you're my partner. After a while, it becomes you're my competitor. We're competing against each other. For what? We're supposed to be grinding together and putting things together in place. So we could have things in the future. That's what I think anyway. But as you see, a lot of times, these relationships, these marriages, stop the nonsense. You see it? A lot of times, these relationships, a lot of the nonsense that's involved in the relationships, just like the emasculinity, the unnecessary arguments that never used to happen, the change of approach, the disrespect. Things are starting to get more hectic for a person to bear. Why are you still running the house? Why are you still trying to run your house? Get things together, make sure the bills are paid, family have a roof over their head, which is right. The man is doing what he's supposed to do. So why does at a certain point in your marriage or in your relationship you face emasculinity? In most cases, they want to transform you. Remember, you see the transformer? They want to transform us. They want to transform you. Emasculate you. Now it's on the reciprocal, upside down, around. They want to wear the pants now. It's supposed to be equal, man. From the way it begins, the same way until the way it ends. Yeah. No competition, work together, build together. Spread love, share love together. You know what I mean? So in a lot of marriages today, and also a lot of relationships, This is a big problem. Big problem. Yeah. Because you have your kids, you raise your kids as you should, right? Then, as soon as the kids are getting older, the relationships start going downhill. Kids out to go to college, the relationship is like, through the gate. Start listening to other friends. I'm talking about the wives and the girlfriends. And then try to emasculate your husbands or your boyfriends or your peers. That's selfish. After the man did all of that and continue going through stress, just like all of us, this is what it is. So in today's relationship, I want to ask the question, are the women now more going towards hating their peers? Listen to me. In relationships, are the women are more towards hating their peers, especially some of them, than try to love their peers, love their mates? Are women today working harder, pushing harder, working overtime, double time? Are they working those times today to hate their peers instead of working those times to love their peers? Because you see that today all around. Learn to hate your peers instead of loving your peers. Emasculating your peers, emasculating your husband, emasculating your boyfriend instead of learning to love him. That's ludicrous, man. Insane. Crazy. That will drive anybody crazy, up the wall. Yeah. So just like what the sign is, stop and try to work out your relationships. Stop trying to emasculate others and treat others with respect the same way you'd like to respect back to you and love them for who they are. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, so why try stuff like that? You fall in love and accept each other. So today we are seeing people in relationships are learning to hate each other instead of learning to get closer and loving each other. Divorce rates are sky high. I know the climate right now that we're living in, it's tough. Yes, it's tough. With what we went through for the past few years and still going through, it's tough. Cost of living, it's tough. And with all the other nonsense out there that's going on, stuff in our government system, and then dealing with the problems at home. That's why we have to find more time to be more, where we can spend more time with each other at home instead of separating ourselves from each other at home. You see what I'm saying? The kids are in their room on their phone or their iPod. The parents are doing the same thing on their gadgets. Nobody communicating, nobody talking. Everybody's just drifting further and further from each other. That's one of the things that social media does to us. Have us drift further and further from each other instead of having one-on-one conversation and relationships. Now we could text and emails and she-mails and all type of freaking mail. So, with all that said, and also with the men, facing masculinity today, is that one of the reasons why relationships are failing today on a high scale? Is that one of the reasons why? The Discovery Center, those places where they translate Bibles into different languages. Very interesting. I'm going to take a walk over there one day, look at some of those Bibles, translation in different languages, and also Bibles. Look at, you have different Bibles, Yeah, the King James Version, the Maccabee Version, all the other versions of Bibles. Well, let's, flip through them, you know what I mean? It's been curious. Yes, folks. So getting back to what we're saying, or what we're talking about. Today's women emasculating their peers, their boyfriends, their husbands. Instead of learning to love them, they're growing to hate them. That's why it's not going to work. Instead of building together, we're competing against each other. That's not going to work. With all the added stress out there in the world, that's not going to work. That's what we have to tell ourselves. Stay focused. Do like other people of different background do. Most of them, stay focused. And what your goals are. Yeah. So today, like I said, our women trying to emasculate men in relationships today, especially in the black culture. It's going on in every culture, but I'm talking about my culture right now, the black culture. Is that what we are doing? Is that what we are doing? That Hollywood type of stuff. Is that what we're doing? Hashtag Dwayne Wade. Hashtag Dwayne Wade. Hashtag, what's his name? That big, good for nothing center. Dwight Howard. Hashtag Dwight Howard. Our women emasculating these men today. Having them can be confused about themselves. Today with relationships, it's so hard, man. So hard. For a lot of people. So hard to maintain. So hard. With the climate that we're living in, it is so hard. And then have to face emasculinity. That would drive a lion crazy. You hear me? That would drive a wall crazy. That would drive a cobra crazy. Drive an anaconda crazy. For real. Yeah. So the emasculation of men today, that women are trying, some women anyway, let me not speak for all of them, because not all women are doing this. Some women, what they're trying, I think, is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. You see how long I've been walking? About what? 20 minutes now? At least I'm doing good today. Stop and walk, stop and walk. chronic pain unit demon coming at you guys from, home, taking my walk. Look at this lake. You know there's gator in that one, right? You better believe that. Matter of fact, I think that's one right there. That's his head. Right there, if y'all could see. That's a gator head right there. Right there, let me see. Right there, that's a gator. See his head? Right under the water. Look straight. In the little patch right there, that's a gator. Yeah. Yeah, man. Welcome to Florida. Yep. Just gotta look out for them suckers, you know what I mean? When I first came down there, I went to Gatorland and all those places. Check out the gators and stuff. I tell you folks, I sat on a gator once before. They are muscular, but the mouth was taped up though, so let me not, I was at Gatorland and you pay extra to go sit on the gator and hold the mouth and take a photo. And I did that, and I'm telling you, that gator is so muscular. When I sat on that thing, I'm like, oh my God, this thing is freaking muscular. Nothing but muscles, No wonder they could crack anything. Jesus. Yeah, so now this is where I have to look out for them, because you see where I have the camera pointed in those bushes, behind those bushes there are lakes. And I'm sure they have fence, but some of them fences are broken down. It's a long time since the state put those little fences up. So while I'm blogging and tagging here, you're gonna see me putting the phone looking over there just in case I see one of them gators jump out. I have to haul ass. With or without the phone. I am moving. They could have this phone. They could have this live. I am hauling ass if I see a gator coming out one of these bushes. Welcome to Florida, folks. This is how it is down here with nature. I remember when I first came down here and I saw them long black snakes. One day I was walking around and I saw this long black snake. That thing stood up in the air, taller than me, ready to jump. Yo, I haul ass, man. I ran. I was like, holy shit, I ran like a bitch. I ran like a bitch. Yes, sir, I haul ass. And that's the other side. You could go ride your bike and all that type of shit. And you can still walk on the other side too. But I didn't feel like going on the other side. Let me walk on this side. Luckily, maybe see if I see one or two gators, I can show them to you guys while I'm doing my live. Yes, folks, chronic pain, the inner demon in the house. It's very hot in Florida, very hot and sunny. How is it in your neck of the woods? Is it raining? New York, talk to me. Boston, what's going on? LA, what's good? Chicago, Houston, Texas, California. And also I gotta dig up my listeners overseas. I'm telling you, Ireland, So when I look at my analytics, Ireland, big up to you guys. You guys watch my videos a lot. Places like Sweden, Switzerland, Dubai. People will support me. People in the Philippines, USA, of course, Jamaica. Enough respect to y'all, man. Thank y'all for your support. You know what I mean? Appreciate that. See that lake right there? Definitely gator in that one too. Definitely gator. See that one? Yeah. See all those little bushes right there? That's where it's kind of in those little bushes cooling off, That's why I don't be going over there. Nobody over there walking on the edges. But then that's when they could jump out and bite your ass. Then your ass is grass. Facts. Yeah, man. Nature. You don't mess with it, they don't mess with you, I guess. So we stay away from them, right? But yeah. Really and truly, man. Look at the swamp. A lot of people wouldn't be doing a live this close to the swamp knowing that gators could jump out on them or snake. But I ain't afraid. Even though I can't run that fast, But I could holler hard for the police. Not like they're gonna fucking save me anyway. But I holler hard for somebody. Somebody, some type of help. One of these motorists would have to stop and help me. Oh yeah, for sure. So let me see a gator and see what's up. I'm stopping traffic because I'm all in ass. Yep. So let's get back to the topic, man. Yeah. Look at this. This is a dead turtle. See how big it is? Look, that turtle right there. I don't know what happened. Maybe a gator probably eat it. I'll try to crack it up. And because of the tough skull that they have, their back, their protection, they wrestle with the gator. But as you can see, eventually, the turtle was pronounced dead. Yes, the turtle is deceased. So sad. And there's the swamp. You know what I mean? So if you can see the swamp like I'm showing you, I'm sure you can see it. There's the swamp. Yeah. So what I'm talking to you guys, it's real facts coming to you from certain part of Florida, certain part. You guess it, and I tell it. Chronic pain, the inner demon in your house. Yes, folks, ladies and gentlemen. So, our women today more focused on emasculating their men than loving them and treating them and respecting them in the relationship. Especially after you have kids. Your kids leave the house, went out to school or move on to college. The linguistics in the house start change. The approach starts to change. And then the disrespect gets worse. Yeah. A lot of women today is acting off short-term memory. Sometimes they forget how hard it was when they were grinding with their spouse or their mate, trying to make life, trying to live life. Sometimes they forget how the grind was and the grind is, you know? Raising the kids and stuff like that. Short-term memory because sometimes they gain short-term friends who don't mean them no good, you know? Envy of their relationship. Oh yeah. You have a lot of women that envy of other women's relationship with their mates. Yeah, a lot of women are envy. In the black community, you see a lot of that. Women envy of their mates, of their friends' relationship. So there's a sign, folks. The Bible translator, you know? See, remember I told you? That's the sign right there, you know? That's the big building that you walk around. And that's what translate the Bibles in different languages. I didn't know that, but you know, when I found it, I said that was very interesting, you know? Yeah, because whoever thought this place would have been somewhere here, you know? I think this place would have been somewhere different, but this is where it is. In my section. Somewhere in Florida. Let me say that. Chronic pain, the inner demon coming to you, man. Like, share, and subscribe to the machine, folks. You know, let's keep the machine going. You know, and comment down below, folks. Let me know. What do you think about this live? Are women today pushing harder to emasculate their men than ever? The climate that we're living in, folks, marriages are failing on a high speed. Relationships are failing on a high speed. Divorce rate is on a high speed. You know what I mean? So maybe if we could talk about it and be about it, at least people would, you know, understand where they fall short or where they're falling short and straighten up in their marriages. Because you never know, folks. We could be talking, just doing our lives and save people's marriage. You know, that's a good thing about YouTube. You know what I mean? You kick some real game, you never know whose marriage you could save. Relationship you could save. Family you could save. That's the thing about, you know, spitting the real truth, man. The real content. That's the thing about spitting content. Because, you know, sometimes I drop videos that other YouTubers do. I might cover stuff on them. But I could spit my own game sometimes. If you listen to all my videos, you see Out chronic pain, I spit my, oh wow, shit. Thought it was a gator, my bad. Oh, my bad. Yeah, sometimes, you see how I spit my contents, unaddressed by people. Oh yes. I talk about how I named my channel Chronic Pain Inner Demon because, I live with, chronic pain, a lot of spinal fusions, back surgeries and all that. Yeah, so that's why I have to be in the warm weather. Yo, wait a minute. I think I hear one of them motherfuckers. That's why I have to be in the warm weather, chilling, because I'm trying not to do too much more of those surgeries because every time I do them, my mobility just decrease. And I tell you, from these surgeries, especially the ones that I did, I have to work so hard in physical therapy to come back to where I'm at today. And I am grateful for all of those staff, doctors, nurses, physical therapists, everybody that assists me in my rehabilitation. I'm grateful to y'all. That's why I'm still pushing and I'm still going and I'm not giving up. Not giving up. Nah. Focus on living instead of dying. Focus on living and enjoying the quality of life instead of nonsense. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. So yes, folks, there's so many cops on the road because there's a shooting range right around the corner. But that's good though, as long as you ain't doing nothing wrong. Why should you worry about a million cops passing you by? I am not an outlaw. I am not a criminal. I am a law-abiding citizen. Just like you see that man in that movie with Jamie Foxx. Law-abiding citizen. But if you mess with me, just go watch that movie and you will see. Yes, Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon, coming back to you, man. Kicking some game at you guys. So folks, take heed, man. In your marriage, your relationships, try to hold on to them, especially if they have a lot of meaning to you and to your kids. Try to hold on to them because, you know what I mean? Sometimes there's nothing precious than having a great relationship. Yes, it's hard out there. It's tough, especially in a climate like this. It's tough to maintain a relationship. But people can hold on. Can hold on if they want to hold on. And stop listening to negative friends with their negative talk, their negative informations. Because sometimes they hold a grudge over you and what you have and hate to see you prosper. Woman hate is a very terrible hate. Women hating against women. Quite a few women tell me that. Like guys will say to a guy, yo, you're a hater. Even though he might be a damn hater, yes, but women tell me that woman hate is way deeper than men's hate. So sometimes a woman could hate you for your success in your relationship, how your life is functioning. Just hate that about your life. Hey, what's up, my girl? This is my girl. But you just hate my relationship with my spouse. You just hate to see how happy I am. Oh, yeah. That happens. Oh, yeah. Friends jealous of other friends' relationships. That's another story, another topic. But we could still speak on that. Because it do happen. Oh, yeah. You've seen other people's relationships flourishing. Instead of you work on yours, you form jealousy over theirs. Instead of work on yours. You start feeding bad information to your girlfriend. Oh, that's my boo, my best friend. But you start feeding bad information to them. Now, they're and their husband or their boyfriends are in a quagmire. All that stuff. Because of jealousy. So the men have to face that too in a relationship. So can you imagine facing emasculation, the pressure of living, the pressure of cost of living, the pressure of what's going on around us, the climate, the tidal wave that we are in today, the natural mystic that's blowing in the air today up on us, causing all these type of different type of fungus, all these type of plagues. The natural mystic in the air today, is it good for us? Is it messing with our mentality, our brain, our way of loving? Because it sure messed with our way of life. Because I remember when people used to be able to be safe and feel safe to walk around and enjoy themselves. Today, the young folks and what they're on make it so difficult. Oh yeah. The young folks and what they're on. Let me walk on the other side because that's a long way and I ain't trying to run from no gator right now. So there's too many bushes over there. I ain't taking no chances. No. Not me, not today, not today. Look in the air. See? Eagles flying around free. That's all I want to be in my life, free like a bird, to live, speak my mind without being persecuted at times for nonsense. Like what's going on in relationships. Getting persecuted for nothing. No! What the sign says? No! Not getting persecuted for nothing. I'm not putting up with that no more. You know what I mean? Crazy out there, man. Crazy in relationship. Crazy in living. Crazy in surviving. And at the same time, the men have to face women trying to emasculate them. Some women at least. Some women. Trying to follow their friends, do what their friends do. Not everything is that good for tea is good for toe. Okay? Not everything that's good for tea is good for toe. So what works for her might not work for you. Might cause your marriage to go astray. And then she's still living her marriage with her mate, her husband, while you're sad and lonely. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Oh yeah. It happens day in and day out. Day in and day out. It happens. Day in, day out. Very sad, man. Look at this tree. I can't climb tree for shit though, but look at this. You could build a tree house in this one. It's nice and short and stucky. You could build a tree house in it. A lot of branches. They're nice and firm to hold a tree house. Yeah. When I was a kid and saw all those things in movies, I used to like them, tree houses. Just wonder what it feels like to spend a night in one of them. Just chilling. Yeah. Yes, folks. So like I said, what the title said, are women today more focusing on emasculating their husbands, their boyfriend, their mates, their side piece, whatever it is, instead of learning to loving them, nurturing them, care for them. Just like how you were hugging and kissing and smooching when we first met. We have all these great plans. We accomplished most of them. Have our kids. Kids are off to college. Now, the system has changed. Now you see the transformation. You want to bring in the transformer. Emasculate your husband. Make him feel like he's worthless. after all he did, after all he has done, still make him feel like it's nothing. That's why you have the saying, the world is not enough for a woman. Let me repeat that. That's why you have that saying, the world is not enough for a woman. I didn't make it up. I'm just repeating it. Yeah, man. So it's difficult today, in today's climate, with the natural mystic that's blown over us. Global warming. All type of stuff. Beautiful day today in Florida. I enjoy my walk, I should say, and my conversation with you guys. I really do. I hope someone could take away something from this. If it's not entertainment, but at least if it's something that you could work on in your life, that you notice that's going on, that you could talk about and be about, and maybe could make some type of changes for the better in your relationship, in your life. Because sometimes, when people are working so much and working so hard to pay bills, sometimes you don't really see the subliminary messages in front of you because you're not focusing on your spouse or your mate trying to do you dirty. A lot of land, isn't it? It's a whole bunch of land in Florida, man. You can land like so many airplanes out here. Forget about helicopters. This is a clear port, like Jay-Z says. This is a clear port right here. Yeah, clear port. Yep. That's what you call it. Yeah, man. So, women today are focusing on emasculating their man because of what their short-term memory of how we build a relationship, how we struggle, how we snuggle, how we struggle, how we used to snuggle, all that good stuff. So now they start focusing more on hating their spouse or hating their husband, hating their wives, hating their boyfriend, hating their girlfriend. They focus on hate instead of focus on love. After the relationship reached a certain peak, you see people started acting differently. Sometimes because of friends who were jealous of their relationship, jealous of their lifestyle, and want to see it spoil. And they try to do anything to throw a monkey wrench in your relationship. And that includes having your spouse trying to emasculate you. Very sad. Very sad. But anyway, Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon, coming at you, man. I'm glad you guys stay on this live with me. This is where I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to take me a break and relax. So once again, thanks for flowing with me. Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. Before I go, I always say, who feel it, knows it. Stay positive, stay blessed. One love. Peace.